Hello, fellow rosarians. Thank you for joining me today so that we can talk about how the new fertilizer is doing. I tested last month Great Big Roses, and that was provided to me from Great Big Plants. And they have a whole line of Great Big Tomatoes. And so I tried their rose formula, and with the hopes that it would take care of my black spot issue. Before we get started, I'll let you know that I don't help my rose in that capacity when it comes to black spot, because I am in such a humid environment. I am in 7B, and when you walk outside during the summer, you just feel like you have a wet towel on your face. You just can't breathe. It's so terrible. And I can really only come out for a few minutes at a time because it's just so exhausting, and I'm out of breath all of the time because it's so difficult to breathe. So I live in a very humid environment, and to make matters worse for my roses, I have an irrigation system. And so many of my roses, not all of them are on the irrigation, but I would say 80% of my roses are on irrigation. When I started looking at this product, my friend had great success. I wanted to give it a try. It's got humic acid and kelp, and that humic acid allows the rose to be able to get all the nutrients in the ground that are available, whereas if it didn't have the humic acid, the rose might find it difficult to get some of those nutrients. It's just not available for the rose to be able to get. So it unlocks that wall to be able to allow the roses to get all of the possible nutrients that are in the ground. As a bonus, it has no smell. And I don't know if you guys have used Alaska fish fertilizer, which is one of my favorites. And I even have a video showing you my fertilizer plan that has rose tone, and then alternating months would be the fish fertilizer. When I use that stuff, the flies are following me. I've got it all over myself. It's just disgusting, but I use it for the health of my plant because I know it's really good for the rose. It's, I guess, a lot like manure. But this product is just as good as the Alaska fish fertilizer. When you look at that NPK number, there's no smell. So if you have a problem with animals digging after you use the Alaska fish fertilizer, problem solved. That's not going to happen anymore. I don't have flies following me around where I feel like Pigpen from Charlie Brown when I'm working in my garden. So anyways, no smell. It is organic, and then it also satisfies my need to remove animal products from my life. So I really want to get rid of that fish fertilizer and the manure that I use and make substitutes that are comparable. Let's talk about what we did. 1 month ago, when I did the video with you, I defoliated all of the roses that had black spot. I treated, as the label stated, 4 ounces per gallon. And as I got, 200 roses in, I started to get tired and my pores started to get a little bit heavier. And by the time I was done, I looked at the package and said, I don't know if it's going to cover it. So I bought another one at my own cost, had it delivered, and I was ready to go again at 2 weeks. I think when we did our defoliation video, it showed that it takes a rose 2 weeks to grow back those leaves that you pull off once you defoliate it. I believe that is the full capacity for that rose. It's going to take 2 weeks, no matter what you're doing for that rose, for it to be able to regenerate that growth and push the leaves out. So I'm okay that it took 2 weeks for the new growth to come out on the roses. And I was just starting to see, that fresh red growth. So then I wanted to treat again, because you're supposed to be treating every 2 weeks. So I did the treatment, and I'm telling you, it was like a light went off for that rose. All of these roses in the garden that were treated had fresh growth, and I was so surprised. And I'm looking at one of them over here right now, and it's got like 2 feet of new growth. It's amazing. Not all of them had that same growth. They all had something though. And why that's important is if you think about this time of the season, that here we are, late June, the first week in August, roses are typically kind of in a little bit of a dormancy, a summer dormancy, because they're regrouping, they're struggling with the heat, they're struggling with the Japanese beetles that I just finished with. So they're really regrouping because you've got 3 flushes a year, spring, early June, and then the fall. And so the roses right now are just regrouping and getting ready for their fall flush. So they're not putting on new growth. That shouldn't happen for another couple of weeks. But these roses were all pushing new growth. My knockouts did not, because I didn't treat them. I needed to have that control. they did not push out growth like all of the other roses. I also had basal breaks, and now my newbies might be saying, well, what is a basal break? A basal break is a new cane, and it's not a cane that you have to worry about being below the graft that's going to be considered a sucker. This is a cane that you can see coming from above the graft with new growth, and that's just amazing because you know that your rose is going to be fuller, it's going to have more blooms, and it's very healthy. So did this product solve my black spot issue? No. But I don't want you to think that I'm giving up on this. And the reason why is that I believe that you have to boost the health of the rose for it to be able to fend off black spot. You have to be able to give that rose its natural immunity. If you're constantly spraying a rose leaf to satisfy whatever it's struggling with, you're not allowing the rose to try to figure it out. And I believe it was Paul Zimmerman. I could be wrong, and if you know the video that I am thinking of, please link it down below. But I believe that in that video they were talking about how you have to boost the health of a rose, that after a few years they will figure it out. You want to take off those training wheels where you're constantly trying to help it and spray it and over nurture it. But if you take away all of those sprays and everything that you are trying to use on that rose, it will eventually figure it out. It has to. Roses are made to endure. I mean, you've got roses that are antique roses that have been living for over 100 years, and they have figured it out. So you just want to treat the soil first, do a soil test, figure out what things your soil is deficient. If you're using the fertilizer regularly, it's going to be getting everything that it needs on a regular basis so that it can thrive on its own. So initially I had been thinking, I want to go kind of cheap on this. I've got so many roses and let's do it once a month versus every 2 weeks. Now looking at this, I want to use the product, but I want to use it every 2 weeks unless the rose is healthy, that it doesn't have black spot. And then I think I can back off for those particular roses once a month. Or I see any issue with the roses, it's going to be every 2 weeks, just so that I can be boosting that health. And I'm planning on continuing using this product through all of next year, and I'll keep letting you know how it does. But I think that this year was difficult for me because I was already behind the curve. I already had rampant black spot, and I think that if I start boosting the health of the rose early in the season, it'll be able to get through the full season without as many issues as I'm having right now. So let's go ahead and show you the progress on these roses. So look at this. I mean, you can see all of that growth here, and Crazy Love is going crazy. I'm thinking that, let's see, I don't have a tape measure out here, but 12, 24, I mean, it might have pushed 3 feet here on this growth. Let me send you over here real quick to, this is my Bliss Parfuma, and you can see that this is a new basal break here. And then you can look in here and see all of the new growth. Let me go ahead and show you some pictures also. You see it's all pink on the new stem there. That lets you know it's new growth. And then also the red leaves, a new basal break. I know it's sometimes hard to see what's going on with all the plantings around my roses. So I've put a baby pool here that I use for soaking my bare roots, for us to get a really good look at how Munstead wood looks. I did defoliate the rose. I left just a few canes, a few leaves that looked good initially, and so they're darker, the older leaves, and it looks like they are thinking about having black spot. But the most exciting thing that I want to share with you is the basal break on this one. So if we look down here, this is all new growth, and this is a new cane that has come out since we started using the Great Big Roses. Okay, this is Chicago Peace. It's a hybrid tea, and for me, hybrid teas are tough because they are just, in my environment, predisposed to black spot. I have a terrible problem. So you'll see that I have continued to pull off all of the leaves on this Chicago Peace, even since adding the fertilizer. There are no new basal breaks on it. It has flushed out with a little bit of growth, but it immediately got black spot. So this one doesn't have great success, but it may just be a hybrid tea thing. Okay, this is Sentimental. It has so much new growth. It has aged since I've done this video, but you can see how it was a nice rosy color and it's starting to fade to the natural green shade. But there's a ton of new growth all over this rose. So Sentimental has responded really well. This is Heritage, Rose Rochette, and Wisely. And this is all new growth in 1 month. I defoliated them. They have already faded to their natural green, but it had complete pink flush outs on all of it. But if you remember that initial picture, these were just in a terrible state with disease. And so since then, I'm still seeing a little bit of black spot, but nothing like what it was. And so you can also see they are blooming already just in that short period, and I have so many buds on here ready to go again. I've got Heritage over here getting ready to push blooms, a ton of little babies here. So I'm happy with these. So I hope this video was helpful, and I will see you in the next one.